Hello everyone, Dean here with the Rogue Deck Chronicles, and we're back with another Rogue Deck Showcase. And this time, this is going to be a little, maybe controversial based on our opinions on these style of decks, but we're going to kind of play a more hand control style archetype here, featuring the Krookodile from the Black-White set. Again, I know we do not like control decks, we have said that multiple times. But I am okay playing a deck like this because you are attacking, you are taking prizes, you're also controlling the hand size of your opponent. So let's get going with this deck. So it features it features this the Krookodile, which is a stage 2 darkness Pokemon, 170 HP. And the main attack that we will focus on is the Tighten Up attack, which we see in all three of the evolution line. So Sandile has it for 10, they discard 1 card, 40 they discard 2, and then 60 and they discard 2. So the goal of this deck is to pair this with other cards that really prevents them from playing the game while we can attack and get our prizes. It also has the Curse Slug attack, where if they have 3 or fewer cards in their hand, which we pair very well with, we can do 240 damage, so we can get some big KOs. I've done this against the Ogre Pawns, I've done this against Dragapult. This is a very nice attack. And then we do feature one Krookodile EX from the Chaos Rising set with a little bit more disruption with corner, so for 80, and then our opponents can't Pokemon can't retreat. And then for Strong Bite, if they have a tool card, we do 280 damage. It is a one of, I will say, in the games you'll see in this video. We haven't had a chance to really pull this off. Honestly, the baby version is a little better, a lot more usable. But the corner does provide some utility. It does provide some HP. It is a fun inclusion. We do want to recognize it since it is from the Chaos Rising format. So here's our list. You'll see everything in the description below, but let's go over some of our other Pokemon we have in here. We do play one Budew and one Fez. Of course, for item lock in the early game, from how I've been playing this deck, I either want to start going second and either have the Sandile or the Budew in play, just so we can either let them not play items or get some cards out of their deck. And then of course Fezandipiti is really good no matter what. It's a draw support, we need that. We're going to get knocked out almost every single turn. And then we have a 2-2-1 line of the Dunsparce. Originally we had a 3-3-1 line, but I felt like we needed more cards elsewhere, so I brought it down to 2-2. And honestly, I wasn't missing the draw. I feel like we were still getting it when we needed it with my games. So that's the Pokemon lineup. Let's go with the trainer cards. So we play 4 Buddy Poffin, 3 Crushing Hammer. Again, we're going for the disruption feel, the control aspect of this deck. 1 Energy Retrieval to grab our Darkness energies back when we need it. 1 Night Stretcher, 2 Poké Pads, 2 Pokégears, 3 Rare Candies to help get into our Stage 2s, and then 1 Special Red Card. And our ace spec of choice is the Unfair Stamp. Again, hand controlling, Unfair Stamp is the best ace spec in the format right now, hands down. But this fits so well with the theme of the deck. And then for our stadium of choice, we went with a Nighttime Mine. This is really for Dragapult. Again, you have to build your deck to be Dragapult, and this just goes with the theme as well. If I would change any of the trainer lineup, I probably would add another Night Stretcher. Maybe take away 1 Rare Candy, put in 1 Night Stretcher, kind of go a 2-2 route there. But this felt very good for me. I didn't really use Energy Retrieval, so that could be another card to cut as well. With the supporters, we play 2 Boss, 2 Hilda, 2 Janine Secret Art. This is actually a very undervalued card in my opinion. Helps us actually power up 2 Pokemon at the same time. We play a lot of Darkness Pokemon, so this is perfect for a deck like this. 3 Lillie's Determination, and then 3 Zoroark Machination, because again, limiting our opponent's hand size. And then for tools, we have 1 Air Balloon and 1 Handheld Fan. This is also very good as well. And for our energy, we play 8 of the Darkness energy, and we play 2 Spiky. This just helps with setting up some damage along the line, kind of making them think if they want to attack into us. It's a nice little just like techie card for this deck, and I felt like it seemed appropriate, so it was really fun to play with. So you'll see in our games, one being a very close game and one being something that we actually had a lot of control over, pun intended. But this was a very fun deck to play, very frustrating for both my opponent and for me. I will admit this isn't the strongest deck we've made on this channel, but when it works, it actually is. It's a little evil. Okay, it's a lot evil when it works. But we kind of wanted to showcase the Krookodile EX in a way that not a lot of people are thinking about. It is one of those bulk EX cards, and we just want to see, like, okay, can we pair it with its baby version and make this doable? And I think this deck shows that it can be. So before we go into our matches, just want to ask, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell on. We're a growing YouTube channel. This is a passion project for both Dev and I. We really love playing these weird decks and just taking them and showing that they can be viable. If you ask anyone at the league I go to, I do play these decks in real life. We actually have a Rogue Knight, and I don't play what everyone else plays. I bring the weird decks. I'm known to bring the weird Rogue decks and do very well with them. So this is just our way of showcasing our thought process and the decks we think are going to be interesting. So yeah, once again, subscribe to the channel, like our videos, comment what you think about these videos as well. We always look at the comments, and we do interact with you all, and everyone sees videos differently, so we like to see how y'all see these decks as well. So without any further ado, let's go on to the ladder and show you how the Krookodile deck can do against the format. And again, we'll show you a couple games and just take a watch. I think they'll be entertaining for you. Okay, y'all, we're in our first game here with Krookodile. We did win the coin flip, and we opted to go second just so we can have the use of a supporter this turn. We're going to start with the Sandile, and we can tighten up. We do have the energy in hand. We got Pokégear. Hopefully we can get something with the Pokégear that will help our board setup. And our opponent starts with Meowth, so this doesn't tell us what they're playing. This is also one of the worst starts that this card can get, and we're going against Dragapult. So with Dragapult, we can just limit their hand size, limit what they can do. They just like getting a lot of cards, a lot of options in their hand, and our deck is really going after that. So we'll see what they get this turn. We do have an easy 2-prizer with Meowth. There's no way that they can get that out of play. It looks like they already went straight for the Dragapult EX. Yeah, which is weird, but we'll take that here. So let's play a Pokégear. No, I think I should do something else. I think we need a Poké Pad. We'll grab another Sandile for now, just in case our first one goes away for some reason. And it's also a way to thin. So we're going to Pokégear. We'll grab the Lilies. This is perfect because our hand is not the best right now. So we'll just Lilies. We'll save that Nighttime Mine for when we absolutely need it. We got Buddy Poffin, which is perfect. So we'll grab. They didn't attach energy, but they can also. We'll grab another Sandile and a Dunsparce here because we have a Krookodile. But if we had Rare Candy, we can get this guy set up next turn and do a little bit more disruption. So right now we'll just tighten up, have them get rid of a card. And see what card they get rid of. The Crushing Hammer, which is interesting because that if they would use their Crushing Hammers, that will slow us down, and they already got rid of 2 of them. So the Lilies of their own, so that's fine for us. So we'll see what they get. If we can get a Xerosic, that will be great this turn. they already attach for turn, so they're not going to be able to attack, and if they are, it will be 10 damage if they can get this Meowth out of play, or at least out of the active, which as of right now, I don't think they can unless they play a switch card. So we'll see what they do, what they get rid of, and also what Pokemon they grab, because they grab that Dragapult early on, which is interesting, and we're going against the Ghost variant. So that can be a little hindering for us if they can get rid of our Pokemon and play with the Ghosts, but they'll also give us some prizes to play around with. So let's see what they do. They may not think it's going to be a worthwhile strategy against us. So we're really going to be relying on our top deck here. Team Rocket's Watchtower. Ooh, that does impact us because we only play one stadium. Okay. So we're just going to play Hilda. We're not going to grab a Dunsparce here, or the Dunsparce, because we can't use it. But we will grab the Krokorok here. And actually, kind of want to grab Spiky Energy, get some more damage on this Meowth. We got the Krokorok, we'll put a Spiky Energy here, save our Darkness Energies, and we can't really do anything else, so we'll just tighten up, have them get rid of 2 cards from their hand, and get a little bit more damage on this Meowth. And then if they attack into our Krokorok, they'll have to take 20 damage from the Spiky Energy. So they get rid of Boss, they get rid of Psychic Energy, which they can, the Psychic Energy they can get back. That's not an issue. It's more of the Boss is a pretty big deal. That way they can't boss up our whatever threat they perceive we have. But yeah, that Watchtower is pretty devastating. We need to get the Nighttime Mine because 1, it will make them attach more energy. 2, we can use the Dunsparce's ability. But they probably play multiple Watchtowers, so I'm probably not going to get more than 1 Dunsparce in play this game. So it looks like they found a way to get the Meowth out of play. But their hand size is pretty low. Our deck is doing its job. We're preventing them from getting stuff done. They only have 2 cards in hand, one of which we know is an energy. They haven't Recon Directive yet though, so they can get other resources. But I'm pretty happy with how this deck is running. We can attack with Tighten Up and do 60 damage and get rid of more cards and force them to really recon and really be in top deck mode. So they got another energy for next turn here, and unless they play something, they're going to lose those cards. Because right now they're only doing 70 damage to us. And they're taking 2 damage from... so it will knock them out, unfortunately. Unless I get another Spiky Energy. Ooh, that's going to be pretty smart, maybe. Okay, what if I do corner? No, I don't want to corner yet, unless I can pair it with the boss's orders, but I want to try and get their threat for Dragapult out of play first. So we're going to evolve the Krookodile here. We're going to play Handheld Fan. I could knock it out, but I'd rather get rid of their energies. So I'm just going to put an energy on Sandile here. And we'll just tighten up, get rid of their hand, and kind of force them just to live off of that Recon Directive. And that was actually a pretty good move on our end. We got rid of the Dawn, which could have set up their whole entire board. Looks like their top deck was a Dracloak, so they have an opportunity to get 2 cards here this turn. So we kind of force them to evolve, and they get the Dragapult. So Good on them. But that looks like that's all they're doing. So they just evolve. They don't do the second recon directive. So they'll take some damage, bring them down to 220 HP remaining. But we can move this on these cards. So we can put this probably on the Meowth here. Because I believe they play more Psychic than they do Fire. So I'd rather get rid of the Psychic energy. And I'm pretty... let's promote... I want to promote the one with the damage, because this is going to get knocked out regardless. Okay, we get the Dunsparce, but because of Watchtower, we can't really do much. So I'm just going to attach for turn. And I'm just going to tighten up, get rid of that card in their hand. I know I want to get knocked out, but they're not going to get 2 prizes. And it was their own Handheld Fan, which is pretty interesting. So if anything, we are being pretty annoying here. Kind of waiting to get a rare candy. Or even the one Nighttime Mine we have to kind of... One we can draw to make them use another energy attachment to attack. So we'll see what we can do this turn. They're gonna knock us out. I probably should have moved the fire energy to the Duskull. That way I could have brought up the Meowth and kind of make them use resources on that. So that was probably a misplay on my part, but this is such an interesting deck. We're not really that strong comparatively to everything else out there. I'm just going to put this on there. I know we can't use the ability. I'm hoping I can get a way to knock out this stadium. We'll put Spiky Energy on. I want to boss. I'll just tighten it up because we're forcing them to find the Psychic Energy here. Because right now they have 2 in the discard, 1 in play. I don't think they play more than 4. I know lately their energy counts have been a little lower than normal. But they can still knock us out with Jet Headbutt. So they're going to Curse Blast probably as well. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be the end of it for us. I probably should have just bossed up the Meowth to kind of make them use resources. But they could just retreat with and get rid of the Psychic Energy. So they're going to boss up the Dunsparce. Okay, so they know that we can't retreat that. Or they're just going to get the knockout on it. No, they're not. They're going to put it there. So we get a prize here. And we got Buddy Poffin. So we can get some more Pokemon set up here. 1, 2, 3. We have another Sandile we can put out. So if we can top deck the mine, that would be pretty nice. So Buddy Poffin, we'll get another Sandile, and we'll get another Dunsparce out, because I'm pretty sure that thing's going to go bye-bye. Put energy on the Sandile. I kind of want to boss something up. I don't want to waste the resource. But I need to just stall them out. So I'll boss up the Dreepy here. We'll end our turn. We don't disrupt their hand this time, but we have the Xerosic for next turn, so if they get a bigger hand size, then we can get rid of those resources. And they play Lilies, they'll get fresh 6. And then they have 3 recon directives that they can use. Honestly, if they load up their hand, we can knock it down with Xerosic. This is not that big of a deal. They found their other energy, but they did that for attachment for turn. They can't Crispin this turn because they already Crispin, or they already used their supporter. So I think this turn, it's going to be an off turn for them, which is good for us. We can set up a little bit. If I can get a rare candy, I can get this Krookodile EX out, and I can corner, say, the Meowth, make them not attack if I can get a boss out. So the Crushing Hammer, hopefully it's a Tails. It is, perfect. Because we need our energy in play. Another Crushing Hammers. I think this will be the 4th one, and yeah. So that is 3 of them. I thought they used... That's 4. Okay, so they have no more Crushing Hammers. Okay, we got a Pokégear here. Let's see what we can get off of it. Okay, we failed the Pokégear, so we're kind of stuck for a turn, which is fine. We're just going to Xerosic, limit their hand down to 3. Okay, and then we're just going to end our turn. They're going to be looking for energy. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy. So we know they play Darkness. So there's at least 1 Darkness energy that they can get, and they have to Crispin. So they're probably going to Crispin onto the Dracloak, probably 1 onto the Monkey Dory, and then bring up the Dunsparce. Take out the Dunsparce, probably take out the Sandile. No, so they're putting it on the Dracloak. Interesting. Oh yeah, they have to retreat. Yep, they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. So they're going to actually knock out the Sandile already without taking effect of the Spiky Energy, which is fine. And now our Special Red Card is actually in play, because they'll have, at the end of this turn, 2 cards. 2 prize cards left. So we can utilize Special Red Card here, lower their hand size even more, and get rid of these resources and put them on the bottom of their deck. And just the pressure that we're putting on them, this is actually an interesting game. We're kind of making them go through all the resources. They are using up their recycling stuff already. So they'll most likely will retreat into the Dragapult and just take out another prize on the Dunsparce here. And then we got 4 cards left in the deck, but we're going to Special Red Card all these back down in there, so that's not a big deal. Kind of wish we played some milling cards in this list, like the Durant. I think that would have been an interesting add. Just so, for instance, like this, we kind of mill. Let's play Crushing Hammer, see what we can get off of this. We do hit heads. So we know they have a Psychic Energy. So I'm just going to get rid of the Fire Energy. And then we'll Special Red Card that Psychic Energy away. And we'll just tighten up. Pretty sure, unless they probably have game. Kind of force them to get a Fire Energy, but they probably have it. Oh, really? They can just move and yeah, they have game because they can Monkey Dory, which I probably should have got the Monkey Dory off, but regardless, This was actually a little more fun than I thought it would be. Pult is a very hard matchup. And the fact that we were able to do what we did with strategy this far, I'm happy about. Yeah, so they're taking out Sandile. They'll just hit with Jet Headbutt for a game and let it be that. But we made them use resources. Like, if you look at their time clock, they have half the time left as we do. Like, we're pretty straightforward. We made them go through stuff. We made them use resources. So this was actually a pretty fun game. We got the L, but you kind of can see what the deck can do once it gets going. So we'll go into another match and see if we can actually get the dub with the Krookodile deck. Okay, y'all, we're back on another game here with the Krokorok deck, Krokorok, however you pronounce it. We lost to coin flips, so our opponent's deciding if they're going to go first or second, and we will go first, which can be fine. We can set up, hopefully we get a decent hand. We start with the Sandile. Hopefully we don't get knocked out going on our opponent's first turn. I'm hoping not. Looks like they may be playing the Mega Greninja deck based on the sleeves here, but that could be nothing. Doesn't tell me much either, but from my testing, this seems like it's Mega Greninja, but I wonder why they put the Meowth there. Who knows? But we are going first, so I'm not too worried about some things here. We'll get Dunsparce because we have the Dunsparce in our hand. Just going to thin out. I'm going to grab a Lillie's just in case if Hilda is not a better option for us, and we'll just end our turn here. See what our opponent does. Again, start putting the Meowth on the bench is very sus to me. Don't know why they will do that. Maybe it's a newer player. So they have Air Balloon. Doesn't seem like they have a lot going on in their hand, so they Lillie. Okay, and Zoroark. Okay, this still can be... Actually, I have no idea what this deck is anymore. I can see Zoroark with Greninja for draw. I can see that. But let's see what they do. They're just going to retreat into the Meowth. Okay, interesting. Oh, to me this may be a newer player. Yeah, this is Mega Greninja. Which is fine. We can use this as an opportunity to kind of really show off what this deck can do. So we'll evolve the Dunsparce. I can try to get the Krokorok with Lilies, or I can just Hilda into it and then use Dunsparce. Well, we have Poké Pad, so we can just get Krokorok already, so let's do that. And let's just Lilies. Get fresh 8 cards here. If I need to use the Dunsparce, I can. Okay, we get the attachment for turn. We get another Sandile here. Let's Crush and Hammer, see if we can get rid of that energy. And we do. Let's Runaway Draw, get some more cards. We get Buddy Poffin, so we can get set up. We have a pretty nice setup now. So we'll grab another Dunsparce, we'll grab a Sandile. And we'll grab... we'll grab another Sandile. I don't want to put the Budew in play because the Moral Shuriken ability can knock us out. So with that, I am just going to tighten up here. We'll get 40 damage and we'll have them get rid of 2 cards in their hand. They don't have any Froakies out. So we'll see what they choose to discard because of our attack. They Great Hall Net and the Night Stretcher, so they get rid of recovery resources. So they get Buddy Poffins. They're finally getting their Froakies out. Yep, that's what I thought. They're a couple turns behind, but Greninja can come back. Is very resilient, kind of like Dragapult. I know there's a lot of comparisons of Mega Greninja with Dragapult, and rightfully so. They do play very similarly. I'm not going to deny that. So they're gonna boss up, kind of trap us a little bit, but we have Janine's Secret Art, so we can power up, tighten up. I'm not too worried about that. And if we get a decent top deck, I can actually rare candy into something. Unfair Stamp, not good for now, but we also have Air Balloon, so I can always retreat into the Krokorok and do some more damage there. So I'm actually going to do that, but with that, I'm going to use Janine's Secret Art and put energy onto 2 of my Sandiles. Just so I can get these powered up. The Sandile will be poisoned, but we are going to retreat into Krokorok here, so the poison will go away. And we'll just do 40 more damage and get rid of 2 cards from our opponent's hand. Granted, they are picking those cards, but regardless, that is hand disruption. It just, I feel like it's a little worse because they choose which 2 to get rid of. So Wally and Rare Candy, so they're not going to Rare Candy unless they already had another one. And they top deck into something else here. But as you see, this deck works, and they just can see they couldn't do anything else. As we can limit what they can do, you can see the deck doing what's supposed to. We're not really focusing on taking knockouts, which we can. I'm not saying we can't, but just being able to limit what our opponent can do can help us really win the game. Because if they can't play the game, then we can do what we want to do. So there's that game. Again, one long one, one kind of short one. But we'll go into the summary and we'll talk about this deck a little bit more. Okay, y'all. We've had a chance to see 2 games featuring the Krookodile deck. Again, as I mentioned before, this isn't the best deck. But when this works, it is evil. Like, it makes your opponent think. It makes your opponent kind of be frustrated with you. I know a lot of times people are not fans of these control style decks. I'm just more okay with it because you are taking prizes. We're not just playing until our opponent concedes. We're actually playing to get prizes. So for me personally, this is why I'm a little more okay with showcasing a deck like this on our channel. Typically we don't do pure control decks. There are people that specialize that, and I do encourage y'all, if this is something you're interested in, those type of decks, please find them on there. I believe Control Players Unite is an excellent resource for that. So if you want to watch them, go ahead and do that. But yeah, this was a very fun deck. Again, can be bricky, can have an issue with drawing the cards we need at the right time. Maybe cutting this to a 2-2 wasn't the best move on my part, but I felt like the draw was there when we had it, because I had the same issue when we had a 3-3 line. So I don't think the Dunsparce draw was what's holding this deck back. I think it's just it being a setup deck. It doesn't do enough damage to keep up with the current format. Those are the main weaknesses of this deck. But again, let us know your thoughts on it. Let us know what you think you will improve on the list, because we're always looking to improve these decks. And you know, you never know. We may go back in a couple formats from now and revisit this type of archetype and see how it does improve with more cards being added to the card pool. But with all that being said, please like and subscribe to our channels. We look forward to interacting with you all in the comment section, so please comment below. And as always, y'all, thank you for watching this showcase video featuring the Krookodile and the Krookodile EX. And as always, have fun playing those sneaky decks. See y'all.